I'm gonna draw an eye here for you. This is at home. Excuse it, the lighting, because it's not really good. Um, anyway, I just felt like drawing an eye. And you know what I found was that the more you draw the eye, the easier it gets. Now, I'm applying a lot of pressure here because I want you to be able to see this. Otherwise, it might not show up as good because of the lighting. I'll make a big eye. You'll see that, if you look at the eye and the eyelid, kind of, it leaves a real slight shadow. So I'm putting it real dark here. Really don't have to, and because that part of it can be worked as you're shading, but I'm not wanting to spend a lot of time on this because I'm wanting to watch a Ghost Rider, which is going to come out on TV in a little while. Now here you want to leave this little spot. I was taught they called it the Pac-Man because it looks like a little Pac-Man like that. You don't really want it. You don't want it to look quite like a Pac-Man. Excuse the camera here, but I'm trying to get it right since I'm holding it here with my one hand. I'm just sitting down in the bed. Anyway, let me continue here so I can finish this up. You want to make this quite dark. This will be the darkest area. And then here, what you want to do, if you ever look at the eye, this doesn't have, you don't want this to be like perfectly round. You can come around some. Alright. Let me try to adjust the camera here. I think you can see it there. Okay, well, here what you want to do is you want to put some little marks here. So if you ever look at the eye, it has these little stringy looking things inside. And you start on both sides. Some just little hints, just like that. Because you're going to shade all this anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and shade some of this. But remember, you want to leave this area just like this. You don't want to mess with that. Now this is not going to, it's going to be shaded, but you don't want to shade it as dark as you did the inside the iris. As you can see, it's starting to take some kind of shape there, starting to look more like an eye. Now, the eye is round, it's the eyeball, so you need to shade it just like you did the sphere. And usually the light, the eyelid here on the top, it covers some of this. Now here it's got like a little skin on there. And it'll be different. Different people, the older you get, skin kind of sags down. So this is, the top part actually reflects light. To give it that illusion that it's reflecting light, what you want to do is you have to cast shadows behind it. You'll see that. So this is your high area right here. So if that's high, this is going to be low. But then it's going to kind of come back up because it's the eyelid. So you want to cast a shadow, just a light shadow right underneath it. So this is going to be your area that's catching the light. Let's just say this is lower. And if you follow the rules, if you remember the rules when it comes to lighting and stuff, the closer it is to you, the brighter it is. So let's assume that this is a closer one than this one. So you want to just real lightly, just lightly shade it, not too much, because you don't want it to look like it's a flat part. And really, you can rub your finger on there. Now, as far as the eyelashes and all that go, you got to remember that you have to get your shading, because if not, and your eyelashes, they're not gonna really stand out. I mean, you're gonna have to get your shading first, because remember that if you don't get your shading first, think about it, you're gonna have to shade after you put the eyelashes, and it's gonna ruin them. So eyelashes, all you're doing is just a little quick pull. Now making them trying to exaggerate them a little bit so you can see them. And you know, if you look at people's eyelashes, they're not always perfect. Some of them kind of crisscross. So you might want to crisscross. The bottom parts are shorter. They come out. And you don't have to do so many of them. Just put a couple. And there you go. It's a easy eye right there. You'll see that. And I had done one a while ago. Let me see this one. You can see that. Get some more lighting here from the computer. And there you go. The eyes are really easy to do. I practice doing eyes quite often just so I can get the hang of it. Do you notice how the light really looks like it's really reflecting there? And that's what gives it that wet look. And you can come back and darken this, you know. I only did it like this so you could see. Because especially that I'm not using, you know, enough lighting for the camera.